Good morning. I'm Michelle with Simplify Live Love, and today I'm going to share this video and explain to you what a passive house is, why we built our passive house, and why we call it the passive aggressive house. I hope you enjoy this video. So a passive house is a voluntary building certification program. It originated in Germany, and the first passive house was built in Germany in 1991. Passive house wants to get buildings to use a sustainable amount of energy. Currently, buildings are the #1 source of heat and cooling, and they use so much energy, and it's not globally sustainable. So the passive house standard is trying to get a globally sustainable energy usage, in homes and commercial buildings around the world. My husband Dan is a builder, and we have a home remodeling and construction company called Oak Tree Homes. We're in eastern Iowa. And he first went to passive house training in Chicago several years ago because his passion is energy efficient design and building comfortable homes that people want to live in. And so he went through this certification course and was very excited about all of the concepts he learned. And then together with my brother-in-law Mark, who's an architect in Seattle and has also been through the training program, the two of them designed our house, which was a long process. It took them quite a long time to come up with a design that was functional, would pass the certification, the pre-certification program, and be a house that we would want to live in. So we call it the passive aggressive house because the whole build has been a very interesting process. Currently, there are under 200 passive homes in the United States. You can imagine not very many builders know about it. No subcontractors in Iowa know the building methods. They're somewhat different than a traditional build. Whereas a traditional home would have 5.5-inch thick walls. Our house has 17-inch thick walls. Everything is insulated. We have special equipment that brings in fresh air, takes out old air. All of this stuff was a huge learning process for Dan, and then also for our subcontractors. Finding supplies for the house proved difficult, and a lot of them did have to come from Europe, so it was a very aggressive build. To go through the pre-certification program for passive house, you have to have a name for your home, and so since it's a passive house and it was aggressive, and sometimes we think maybe we're a little passive aggressive in our house, we thought that would be a funny name for our house, the passive aggressive house, and it stuck. So if you go to Instagram and you search #passive aggressive house, you'll find a lot of pictures of our house over there. And that's kind of why I'm doing this video, because people want to know what's a passive house, why do you call it passive aggressive, but I already told you that. Anyway, so how does a passive house use 90% less energy? They do it essentially in 3 ways. First of all, super insulation. Second of all, the house is heated by the heat put off by the appliances that are in the house. If you think about your washer and your dryer, your refrigerator, your stove, your oven, your dishwasher, all of these things also contribute heat to your home. So to go through the certification program, you have to provide passive house with a list of the exact appliances that are going to be in your home. They want to know how many people are going to be living in your home, because people also give off heat. And then they look at the placement of the home on the lot. They look at the trees. Everything is calculated into this computer model, which then says, yes, your home should perform, or no, it won't. Our house has been blower door tested since we've been living in it, and it performs just fine. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. So the pre-certification program worked for us. The other thing that passive house does is it uses solar heat gain. So we have huge row of windows on our south wall to let in heat in the winter. In the summer, it still lets in, heat. The house actually is pretty comfortable. It's a little warm. I think it's warmer than any house I've ever lived in. It's also warm in the summer, which I like. I hate going into cold restaurants or stores in the summer. Our house is at a comfortable, probably around 69 degrees in the winter and 72 in the summer, and I think that's great. It's really a comfortable house. So windows have to be very high performing windows, and they maximize windows on the south to let the heat in, and they minimize windows on the other sides of the house to keep heat in the home. And then, let's see, so the last thing is the insulation. So it's very important that your home be properly insulated to be a passive house. And it's easier to insulate a simple shape. Anytime a house turns a corner, those corners are very difficult to insulate. So you might notice if you're looking at pictures of passive homes that they're quite modern, they're square, they're rectangular, they're very simply shaped buildings. And that is a way to help with the insulation and keep the costs down. So those were my 3 goals for this post. I wanted to tell you why we built it, and what the passive house is, and why we call it the passive aggressive house. I think I did all those things. So I hope you like this video. If you want more information, I do have a post on my blog. Head over to Simplify Live Love and type "what is a passive house" in the search bar, and you'll find a post that talks a lot more about the windows and some more geeky details that I didn't go into in this YouTube video. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.